We're live.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. I don't know how many people are here. I don't even know how to check that very well in StreamYard. I might have to refresh it. Also, I have another screen here that'll tell me, in theory, if we are live.
If I pull it up here, can I?
Yeah, it also looks like it just went here live here. There's 3 people here. It looks like.
Awesome. Hello.
Penny is here, but has to go to bed. Yeah, East Coast is later. We just have to wait for a time that works because the babies are awake. Well, they're supposed to be sleeping.
Daylight savings did a number on them, so they're all awake, but they've been put to bed.
I think one of the first things that I noticed that no one prepared me for in parenting was daylight savings.
Oh, it sucks.
I'd never even considered it before.
It's terrible. Yeah, not fun.
Oh no, Lynn.
1 a.m.
Well, good evening, good night. Hello.
Where are you? That's crazy.
UK. She's in the UK,
Nice.
I believe. Which that was also Luke. Luke wanted to be here, but I don't think he was going to make it because it was
understandable.
1 a.m. there.
Sure.
So, thank you for making it. I do have bad news, which is that this is supposed to be the 3,289 subscriber celebration, and unfortunately, I lost subscribers today, so I think we're at 3,285, which is still a number we're celebrating, considering
That's
that I'd planned on doing this live stream when we hit 3,000 subscribers. So it's pretty late, but I thought that it would be fun to do.
Sure.
But mostly I just wanted to say thank you to everybody out there. Thank you for watching the videos and supporting what I'm doing. Why are the babies up? We have a baby monitor here.
Molly just walked by.
So I don't know.
We might be getting a guest.
a surprise entrance from Molly.
Or she could just be using the bathroom. I don't know.
I don't hear the stairs yet.
Not yet.
Christy said daylight savings did a number on everyone.
No kidding.
This is the worst one because the fall daylight savings, you get more sleep, right?
Technically, but when you have kids, it just means that instead of waking up at 6, they wake up at 5 for the rest of eternity.
Is this one the opposite one?
Yeah, that's why they've been sleeping a little bit later. But they don't want to go to bed at 8 o'clock because it's actually 7 in their little baby brains. So, you know.
Slag says the ugly shirt. Yeah, I was deciding what shirt I should wear and thought this would be funny. Yes, YouTube would suck without Penny. Penny is part of every single booktube community that I'm part of. Oh, there we go. Hello.
Heyo.
What are you doing
What are you doing awake?
I can't sleep.
Well, honey, you haven't been in bed very long.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
This is Molly. Hey, can you lay down? You can listen to your stories, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Is the speaker up there with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't tingle your hair, baby girl.
Why don't you go lay down?
Love you, sweetie. Sleep well.
I think that Amanda had told her that we were going to be doing a video, so I think she wanted to at least make one appearance. She was just curious at that point. Let's see. Congratulations. Thank you, Michelle. A couple hi Mollys. She just turned 5 in December, which is crazy.
Yeah.
She's doing I don't know, preschool math and reading, and I feel like she was just born, and it's really strange to me that she's 5 now, because I remember being 5.
Yeah, that's real weird. Look at your mom.
Easy, I chose the perfect time. This is my mom who offered to watch the kids, but we said it probably wouldn't be necessary.
Oh no.
Because, oh no, what happened?
She's up.
Oh no. We said it probably wouldn't be necessary because the kids were supposed to be in bed, but we sort of planned for pre-daylight savings.
Well, also our 2 youngest are sick right now, so they're not sleeping great anyway. I hear her. I'll come up. All right.
Come back down when you can.
I'll come back down when I can.
Son just turned 6 in December. Oh my goodness. Is it the same for every parent where they seem to be growing up too fast? When is she going to read the Stormlight Archive? My kids have very vivid imaginations and they get scared quite easily, especially my son, but Molly as well. So whenever they are old enough that they don't get scared of like the average Disney movie, I think that I'll read them the story. I'll do what I did with Amanda. I will read The Way of Kings to each of my children. It'll be a rite of passage. Hello, Pete. Thank you, Amanda, for coming. Yeah, the kids are just growing so fast, and Tessa is 1. Oh my goodness. This is just going to turn into a parent stream. The average Disney movie. I don't know what the average Disney movie scary level is. I also don't know what my kids are going to be scared of, because sometimes we will be playing video games and they're scared of things that I don't think are actually scary. We were playing Zelda, and there was a bunch of skeleton monsters that I really thought the kids were going to be afraid of, and I wasn't thinking about when I was letting them watch me play it. And then they were not afraid of the skeletons at all. But when we got to the city with the Gorons, who are these friendly bear-like creatures who are very lovable and they're dancing, my son was terrified. He was like crying because he was so scared, and we had to turn it off. Not the part I expected him to get scared of at all. Let's see. Can't stick around with us. Thank you for stopping by, Rich. I'm glad that you were able to make it. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, I didn't see this movie as a kid. I didn't watch this movie for the first time, as far as I know, until I buddy read Hunchback of Notre Dame with Christie's, her like Facebook buddy reading group. I don't remember what it's called, but the first time I saw that movie was as an adult, like maybe last year, 2 years ago, and that movie is terrifying. I have no idea how in the world that movie got released as like a normal Disney movie, because it's dark and it's terrifying, and it's I don't know, it's not as dark as the book technically, but like some of those songs, I was like, this is freaking actually legitimately creepy. And Alan was talking about it in his celebration live stream too. Oh my goodness. What am I reading now? Okay, so for the first time that I can remember since starting BookTube, I finished all of the books that I was actively in the middle of reading, and I didn't start a book the same day. Starting tomorrow, I should be reading Howl's Moving Castle, which is the buddy read for the patrons. And then also I plan on reading Golden Sun, and I personally would really like to start Name of the Wind. Let's see. What is Amanda reading? Amanda she does audiobooks, and I don't remember what she's currently reading. I think she's reading like a parenting nonfiction book, if I remember correctly. She's been reading some short books. She just finished Rhythm of War because she wanted to be able to participate in the like reunion Stormlight Archive stream whenever that happens. So she read Rhythm of War. I think she liked it. It took her a while. She was hoping that there would be some like summary videos online. That way she could make sure she didn't miss anything, because it's like a 58-hour audiobook. But I don't think that those exist yet. Usually I think in my brain, those summary videos for Stormlight Archive get made closer to the release of the next book to help save people time. And I also assume that when the discussion videos for Stormlight Archive take place, they're going to be mostly like larger Cosmere related instead of actually related to Rhythm of War. Why are the Gorons so cuddly? Oh yes, why the Gorons are cuddly? Yes, they are, and I think they're really cool. They're one of my favorite races in the game. We were playing the Nintendo 64 version, so they were lower poly, and I guess that like the king, is it Daruna? The king is a little creepy in that game, but I assumed that if like the weird skeleton monsters were okay, the Gorons would be okay. I made that wrong decision. Let's see here. Not a parent, but can confirm my mom and dad look at my sister and me and go like, but you were a child before, why are you old now? Why are you tired? Let's see. Hunchback is scary. That movie is terrifying. No Disney movie is as dark as the book. That's true. Yeah, I don't know who was sitting in a boardroom reading classic literature and they decided that The Hunchback of Notre Dame was a book that they would adapt into a children's movie. It seems like one of the strangest decisions. You haven't watched The Hunchback? I don't recommend it. I don't personally think it's that great, but I think I'm in the minority here. I think Alan liked it. Here we go. I am behind now. Golden Sun. Yes, Golden Sun. Alan, what's up, man? Have you played your PlayStation 5 yet? I know you said you're only going to playing PlayStation 4 games for a little bit. Have you turned it on? Have you logged in and everything? Let's see. Oh, I should read a book called... Okay, so I've been calling this book Anathem, but then I saw Rich correct someone in my Discord and say that it's... I think it's Anathem? Is Anathem the correct way to pronounce this book name? Because I'm not sure. I see Shining Force. Yes, I have the like 3 games that I really wanted to display back there. And my Genesis copy of Shining Force is one of them. Xylo is the werewolf boy. Shining Force is the proto Fire Emblem, and it's one of my favorite video games of all time. I've beat it entirely too much. It existed before there was as much depth as like modern tactics games, but that didn't stop me from playing it, and especially the Game Boy Advance remix a lot. Let's see here. What am I playing on PlayStation 5? I just beat Miles Morales, and that was really fun. It was really short, but it still took me a while to beat because I don't play a ton. I was mostly playing while I was waiting on videos to upload. Miles Morales was really interesting. I love the beginning of that game because Miles embodies at the beginning of that game when you start off and he's just listening to music and dancing his way through the city and helping people pick stuff up, and he's just like being the like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and everything is happy-go-lucky. It made my heart so happy. And the story in that game is sort of like, it's weird because, yeah, a lot of the Spider-Man stories we see in video games or like in movies are things that we've seen in the comics before. But it's weird because in a lot of ways, like plot from the Miles Morales game is very similar to the plot of the Into the Spider-Verse movie. And I wasn't expecting it to have like such similar story beats on a couple different levels. And so that was less surprising. I still really want to play Amazing Spider-Man 2 whenever that comes out. I was just talking about that on the Discord today. I think that it would be... I'm curious how they're going to handle playing different characters. Like, are you going to get to play both people or not? Next, I'm going to be playing Control on PlayStation 5. Let's see. Thank you, Slag. Yes, and thank you for hoping to get better as well. Alec does like it. Yes, Shining Force is... all of my friends were playing Fire Emblem when I started playing Shining Force. It was one of those games I discovered by buying a $10 Walmart Sega Genesis pack. And like, it was one of those with like Sonic 2 and Flicky, which who gives a crap about Flicky when there's other games on a CD? And I picked up Shining Force and I was like, hold on, I think this game actually might be a real game. And then I sort of discovered it and showed it to all of my friends. Thank you for coming. Safarion, is that how you say that? Is it pronounced Safarion? Let's see. Yes. Is Amanda playing anything? So Amanda and I have been playing let's see, it's called the Little Pictures Anthology, something like that. Let's see, Pictures Anthology. I hope that typing isn't like super super loud. The Dark Pictures Anthology is like this anthology series of video games that is made by the people that made Until Dawn, one of the other games back here. And it's very story based instead of being super gameplay heavy. So it's like almost a choose your own adventure style game. And it's supposed to be, like I said, an anthology of games. The first two are out. The third one is supposed to come out this year sometime. Amanda and I played the first entry in that, and it was a blast. It wasn't as great as Until Dawn, but I mean, it is that structure of game if you played it. The difference is that this one has both local and online co-op where you can make decisions with friends, which is honestly kind of the best way to play that game anyway. Amanda and I played it together. But like playing it with a group is really fun because you can argue about decisions and then things can go bad, and reacting to the like bad decisions that you make in this choose your own adventure storyline is it can be chaotic, and the scariness level is what you make of it. I happen to be a little chicken. Like I keep talking about wanting to find a book that's going to scare me, to really really scare me, and so far, I haven't done that in a while, though I will say that I just finished The Only Good Indians, and that was a really, really, really well-written book. But it didn't scare me the way that I wanted it to. There were some really good parts, though. Some really good stuff. Video games, though, terrify me. I am a little chicken when it comes to video games, and I get scared extremely easily, both by jump scares or attention or anything. I'm a little coward. Let's see. Didn't we learn our lesson about Spider-Man dancing from Spider-Man 3? Okay. I like Spider-Man 3. I haven't seen Spider-Man 3 since I was a teenager, but when I saw Spider-Man 3 in theaters opening weekend 3 times, and I liked that movie, and screw all the haters. I think that emo Toby is funny in both a good and a bad way. So sorry, Alan, but I think that Dancing Spider-Man is cool. Miles is a better dancer than Tobey Maguire, though, by the way. Yeah, Miles is actually good at it. Let's see. Sega Game Pack had Frogger too. So I had one of, like, they've recently released that Genesis, whatever the Genesis thing is called, like the re-release of the Genesis. I don't know what they called it. And it actually seems decent with a decent emulator and okay hardware inside of it. I had one from multiple years ago, which was awful. And it's sitting over there. I wish I had the box for it because it didn't even come with great games. It was like, it didn't even come with the Sonic games, which you would expect it to. And it was awful. Speaking of awful, Flicky is terrible. The other game that came on that disc was Comic Zone, which Comic Zone has one of my favorite tropes, which eventually was used in the game Alan Wake, which is the writer is writing a story that turns evil, and he ends up in his own story, and some dark version of him is writing the story to try to kill him, and that was Comic Zone, and I love that idea, even though Comic Zone, I don't know if it's a good game or not, because it's just a beat 'em up for one, and I don't really love beat 'em ups in general, but I like the idea. The premise of that game is awesome. Let's see. Welcome, Ryan. I hope that I think you said that your child was teething. I hope that is going a little bit better for you. We are hitting that. Let's see. What is your favorite dog breed? I like dogs. I've talked about this before. I love dogs in general, and I generally love big dogs. The dog that I had the longest was an American Eskimo. His name was Charlie, and I loved him dearly. He was I got him when I had chicken pox, I think, and then had him for a very long time. And he was a very good dog breed. He wasn't very big. The problem was he never stopped shedding. It was insane just how much the dog could shed. And so, yeah, I don't know though. I'm not super picky. I like Labradors. I like Golden Retrievers. I would love to have a Saint Bernard someday, but Amanda is not a pet person at all. So for now, we don't currently have any pets. So I have to live vicariously through all of you people. So you people that do have dogs especially, please post pictures of them in my Discord. Congrats. 2 questions. What are your thoughts on Assassin's Creed Valhalla's abrupt ending? And what is your favorite RPG non-linear game? Assassin's Creed Valhalla is one I haven't played. I sort of avoided the Assassin's Creed series for a while because I don't love that series. The last one that I played was 4, and I stopped playing because I decided that I didn't love. Oh my word. A super chat. That was, thank you, Alan. That was surprising. And also, let's see here, a super sticker as well. Thank you, guys. Going back to that question from Clint. So I haven't loved the Assassin's Creed games. I think that they're just extremely repetitive, and I have wanted to check them out. I think it was Odyssey that reinvented the formula, if I'm correct. And so Valhalla was one that I really wanted to check out because I have a PlayStation 5 and because the structure changed and because it was on sale recently. I didn't pick it up. So I hadn't even heard about the ending. What is my favorite RPG non-linear game? I guess I don't know for sure what you mean by that. My favorite example of a non-linear game that I like to talk about is a game called Her Story, which is available on everything. And if you haven't heard of Her Story, I highly recommend it, especially if you don't normally interface with games, because dealing with Amanda, that sounds mean. Being married to Amanda, she likes video games, but she struggles with controls, and that is something that I think that people that have been playing video games for a very long time take for granted is that we have sort of ingested control schemes, and people that haven't played video games their whole life generally have a harder time picking up controls. And so Her Story is a game that sort of eschews all of that, and you are playing at a virtual desktop, and your goal is that someone has been murdered and you are in presumably a police office, and the suspects have been interviewed, and all of their interviews have been, and there's a basic word for what I'm trying to say, but I don't remember what it is. All the interviews have been like closed captioned or whatever. All the text has been put in, and you can search the videos by text. And you watch the snippets of the video based on the text that you search. So if you search for something and somebody says a keyword, you search that keyword, and then other videos with that keyword pop up, and then you watch those videos to try to find more keywords. And it's a very non-linear thing, but you're solving this mystery of who murdered this character in a very interesting way, which is just by watching interview clips, and they're full motion video, like they're live acted. There's an actress just sitting there basically with a police interview camera, and you are just watching clips of this person talking and then searching for other clips of these things. It's a very, 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 very clever game. I love it. It was made by the guy who made Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which is also a very interesting game. Let's see. Sorry, I did not want to just, yeah, here we go. Let's see. When do we get a game shelf tour? There was another one that said something about gaming channel. Yeah, I didn't mean for games to just take over everything. Skyrim would be a main example, I think, of a nonlinear RPG. I do enjoy Skyrim. I think, let's see, I think you said Dragon Age. Dragon Age Origins is an amazing RPG. Try. Well, thank you. I hope that you don't have any problems with class. Transcribe. Yeah, that's the word that I'm looking for. Oh, Passport, Please. That's Papers, Please, right? I think that would be a fun game to have her play. I haven't played it, but I've seen a decent amount of people playing that one. Games that we usually play together are adventure games, or the choose your own adventure style games, or walking simulator games. Because she just gets bored during combat and she doesn't want to control it herself. So those are the games that we can enjoy together. So Untitled Until Dawn was one, that game that I mentioned earlier, and then one of our favorite games that we played together was what's the game about the two girls? Life is Strange. Life is Strange was great. Witcher 3 must be mentioned. I've played some of that, but not all the way through, which I realized that it probably makes me not qualified to actually talk about this concept. Has Amanda tried Stardew Valley? No, she hasn't. I think that Stardew Valley is something that if she had the time to get invested in, she might actually. Sorry, I got distracted. I think that she might actually enjoy that game. It sounds like a game that she probably would have enjoyed before we had children and she had more time to dedicate to that stuff. But I don't know if it's something that she could play now. I started EverQuest in '99. I am old enough that I think that the idea of massively multiplayer online games is like the coolest idea for a video game like ever. I think that massively multiplayer online role-playing games are the coolest idea for video games ever. They kind of have gotten structured, they're kind of in a rut and they're not very popular right now. Like live games with smaller group sets or whatever, more instanced areas are more popular than the MMORPG. But that genre of game is like in my brain, the coolest thing in the entire world. And I wish that it hadn't gone the way of the buffalo. Beyond Two Souls. Beyond Two Souls is a game that I love so much. That game receives a lot of criticism receives a ton of criticism legitimately for being kind of insane. The story for Beyond Two Souls is insane, but it's so good. It's so good in like a corny, over the top. None of these things make sense. I actually have a video that I recorded where I'm just kind of gushing about stories that I like that break all normal sense of convention, and they're kind of bad, but I enjoy the boldness and the ambition of what's going on there. Beyond Two Souls is that way. I have Detroit Become Human, which is one of my favorite titles for a video game ever. It's a bad name for a video game. It's Detroit Become Human. I just like that the that's such a dumb name for a game, but I haven't played it yet. But Amanda and I are planning on playing it. Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars: The Old Republic, I think that's what that is, are great MMORPGs. I played a little bit of a SWTOR. Lord of the Rings Online is way better than it was way better than people gave it credit for. I played a lot of MMOs back in a certain period of my life when I had a lot more free time, and I was very much into World of Warcraft. I think that World of Warcraft is very good. I think that it is, in a lot of ways, when it comes to polish and usability, so much better than all of the other competitions that sort of existed at the time. And other games have come along since then. They do certain things better, but WoW has a lot of things ahead of them as far as polish goes. Lord of the Rings Online came out at a time when it was really, really hitting hard on a lot of different levels, and it had a lot going for it. It just didn't have the ability to pull enough players from other MMOs to get on that system. I frankly think that game was way better than it had credit for. Yeah, Alan, yeah. I apologize that you had to see that, Alan, that someone was skipping Latin class. Hello, Victoria. Thank you for stopping by. This has turned into games chat for a little bit. Oh, Telltale games, duh. I think Amanda and I have played some of those. I know that before we were playing games together, I played the Walking Dead one, like the original Walking Dead one, and it was just so gruesome. I could not play the episodes sequentially. It hit me way too hard. Do I have any non-story hobbies? Does music count as stories? I would probably count it as stories. I'm not very good at using my hands to build anything. I don't know if I have any non-story hobbies. Learn Latin words that sound like spellcasting. Yeah, apparently this is the gaming channel. Let's see here. Animal Crossing. Okay, Animal Crossing is another one of those games that I love in concept, but I think I picked up my very first Animal Crossing on the DS before I realized what it was, and it was one of those games where I played for a little bit and I did everything that I was basically allowed to do for the day, and then there was no more game for me to play. And then when I got into the groove of playing it and I realized that it was kind of like an MMO where I was just doing a job, and I didn't want to do a job in a video game because I was already doing a job in real life, and it made me depressed. Has your poison oak or ivy started growing in the backyard, or did I truly obliterate it? So I know that like people that live in California have experienced nice weather and they might have plants growing at this point, but we still sort of live in this cold, desolate wasteland where it's going to be freezing and we might get more snow. So no plants are growing right now. Never got into gaming. Yeah, I'm sorry for people here that don't like gaming because it's sort of taken over. Let's see. Do I remember the Pirates of the Caribbean MMO? I thought that looked cool, but I think that when that first was announced, I was too young to be able to play that. And then it died. Like you said, it died before it turned into anything. Work sim. That's sort of why I've never gotten back into WoW since I've been an older adult, because I realized that it is just kind of a job. House of Leaves is a book that I think about all the time. That's a book that Evie gave me. It's one of those things that I want to make sure that I dedicate like the appropriate amount of time to. Did I ever play any of those old, mostly crappy, but somewhat memorable Lego video games? Lego Racers. Lego Racers is not actually that bad. The Lego Racers game is, it's a kart racer back when kart racers were really popular. And I think it was actually a decent one of those. But I was literally just thinking about this today for some reason. There was a Lego real-time strategy / sim building game that I had. I think it was tied to the Rock Raiders Lego line, and you would go and mine stuff. And it was a real-time strategy game similar to, if you're not familiar with games, I guess, I don't know why I make this comparison, but like a Red Alert or a Age of Empires, but like mixed. It wasn't really combat focused. I guess it was closer to a Civilization where your victories were mostly related to other things. So there were sometimes rock monsters you had to defeat with your rock raiders fighting whatever. But yeah, I've played those. Let's see. Most memorable couch co-op video game moment. There's so many. Couch co-op is a genre that I feel like has come back. But for a long time, I feel like it was hard to find couch co-op games, but I love them. Let's see. I was just talking to Alan the other day about playing Towerfall Ascension, which has 4-player co-op, and staying up till like 3 a.m. playing like hard modes of that co-op with my brother and my cousin, or Epic. There was this game called Jamestown, which I don't. Please let me know if you've heard of Jamestown, but it was one of those like overhead like 1942 plane shooter type games, but it was spaceships, and it was like this alternate history version of Jamestown where it was sci-fi, and then things went bad, and it was a mystery sort of because it was aliens that happened, and aliens came and killed everything. And that game has local co-op, and it's amazing, and I love it so much, and I've played it through many times. And then I've said, I think a lot of times people that are more enthusiast gamers sometimes ignore the Tom Clancy games. I think Splinter Cell Conviction, which has a full separate co-op campaign, is amazing, and it's actually really well designed, and I think that not enough people may have played that. Yes, Lego Rock Raiders. Yeah, Animal Crossing is just it's like cute Survivor Man or something, but then everybody's just on the island. Yeah. And the capitalism. Yeah, Tom Nook is a real beast sometimes. Thank you. Nebraskans can't win a bonus Mother Nature. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, fellow Nebraskan here. It snowed here in Arizona the other day. My snow this eve. I think it's it's been a weird year with the I think what do they call it wasn't a solar flare. Polar flare? Polar vortex. Is that the word that people were using? Post 3. Yeah, I was one of those people that was it Halo 4 was the first one that took out local co-op, and I just straight up 4 had it. 5 didn't have it. And I boycotted that game. I didn't buy it for a very long time. Even though I'd played all the other ones co-op up to that point. I played 4 with my brother, and we almost beat that in a night. That was a little disappointing. Jamestown on PlayStation. Yes, Jamestown is so good. Okay, the snow was changed to rain. That's good, but only because it's slightly warmer than freezing, I guess. Yeah, I heard Colorado was a lot. Let's see. Alternately snowing and polar vortex. Is that a thing? Were people calling it the polar vortex? Let's see. My deep analysis of Age of Empires 2. Here's, Ryan, I think that you probably might know more about Age of Empires 2 than I did. I did play a lot of Age of Empires 2, but I don't know about it as much as in depth as I might know other games. Wishing for any kind of cold here. I don't know what the weather patterns are like where you are. Is it one of those things where it's flipped? I feel like I'm dumb right now, where your winter is flipped with our summer. Did Amanda and I have chicken wings for dinner? No. We had lo mein. Is that what we have for dinner?
I think I'm back, yeah.
We think the kids are asleep. Amanda is back.
We'll see. One is rather restless, so.
Portal 2 co-op campaign is awesome. I don't know if I've ever beat it all the way. I've played a lot of it with multiple people. Okay, yes. While you were gone, I accidentally went on a bunch of gaming tirades.
I know, I've been watching.
Oh. So maybe...
I had the sound down because, I was trying to put the baby to bed, but I was watching and following the chat, and I figured you were just, living the dream.
Yeah.
So
there were jokes that this has become my gaming channel.
Well,
One of the things that I thought would be fun to do was that game that was going around. It's the one that Alan... Whoa.
What'd you just do?
I didn't kill the stream. Okay. It's the one that Alan lost and he had to read Akatar. I was going to think it would be fun if we describe book covers and make the chat guess what book that we're talking about.
Make the chat guess?
Yeah. Why would we make each other guess? Oh, we did talk about it at one point.
That's a good idea.
But I thought that would be fun to just make the chat guess because it'll keep them engaged. You guys want to play a game where we describe book covers and make you guess what book we're describing?
I got a nice stack here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I need to work on I also I have books over here on this computer screen.
Do you guys remember when he started this channel and he used a green screen because he didn't have enough books to fill a bookcase? Well, now he has too many books.
I'm starting to run out of space.
He doesn't have any more space.
Okay. Chris said, what if we said no? What other options we got? Well, probably me just randomly talking about other things. I'm sure that we could find something else to talk about. Dry said hi.
Hi.
So do you want to describe this book cover?
Oh, dang. I can try.
Okay.
Can you make it bigger? Okay. So this one has, which I now know to be an elk, right? It doesn't look like an elk to me.
It looks like a deer.
It looks like a deer to me. I think it's supposed to be an elk. But it has the head of an elk, deer, with antlers, taking up a majority of the book cover.
Chris got it.
Somebody got it, yeah.
Yep, here we go. The Only Good Indians. It was the last book that I read. Figured I would start in a way.
That's definitely not an elk, though.
No, that is a deer. Like I don't have it set up so I can share my screen easily.
When you were describing the book to me the other day, I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember the cover, and I don't think it was an elf.
Assassin's Apprentice, I think straight up does have a deer on the cover. Really? So yeah, Shadow and Bone
Good guess.
Might also have antlers on the cover. I am live. Hello, Eric. Yeah, we're hanging out here celebrating 3,285 subscribers. I know it says 89 in the video, but we lost some.
Dropped a few. It's okay.
Let's see. All right, how about, do you want to describe this one?
Do you want to do that one?
Oh, sure, I'll describe it.
Okay, we'll take turns here.
All right, so this, let's see, we're describing book covers and
Are
having...
you allowed to use words that are in the title to describe it, or is it like taboo where you have to like...
We could use the taboo rules.
You can't use title words.
Yeah, we'll not use title words if that's relevant. So the book that I am looking at, thank you, Eric. The book that I'm looking at is a black cover mostly, and there is a wing on the cover that is the same color as Spider-Man's. Well, Spider-Man's primary color, though technically I don't know if which color of Spider-Man is his primary color.
I'm trying to. He has a picture of Spider-Man up on the wall.
I'm looking at it and I'm having a hard time because it's Red Rising. Okay, let's see who's the first person that got it here. Hey. Daniel's in the chat, but you did not get it first. I'm sorry. You did. X Factorio, Red Rising. Yeah, that was the one. Which is Spider-Man mostly red or is Spider-Man mostly blue? Because now that I'm looking at a picture of Spider-Man while describing him, it looks to be more blue than red. But when I think about Spider-Man, it's mostly the mask. All right, we're going to do another book cover.
I don't know. Daniel says he's mostly red.
Yeah, so does Chris. Daniel says he's mostly red. Here we go, mostly blue. I think the majority of him is blue. Hold on.
Does he have like different...
This is the picture that I'm looking at for reference.
Costumes?
He does have different costumes, which is a huge part of it. But look at this.
Sure.
First of all, it's one of those like weird 3D ones, which
yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's hard
Alan.
to show.
I'm sorry, Alan. But anyway.
Does Alan not like that?
I think he said that he has textile problems with 3D things. Depends on the costume. I say red. The Miles Morales costume is cool because it's
red,
black.
But like, yeah.
Red while it's blue. Let's see, Chris says, while it's blue, the important areas are red. What do you consider the important areas, Chris? Look at this Spider-Man. His head is red, but other areas that you might consider important are blue. I'm sorry for the audio there.
Everybody's gonna... You think red, though, when you think Spider-Man.
Yeah, Batty Moore's more. What about Mario? Mario's wearing overalls. That's mostly blue. He's just wears a red hat.
And red shirt.
And red shirt. But he wears, overalls. I'm going to pick another book.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm describing another book cover. Try to guess what it is. No, you describe it.
Okay, so there are 3 people on the cover of this book that are standing in a city, a big city, and is she smoking? Is that what she's doing, or is that like a...
I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh shoot. 2, it looks like men. Oh wait, there's more people in the background, I think. The woman's wearing like a trench coat.
Hey, there we go.
Yay!
X Factoro. I kept saying Factorio because of the game. Yeah, Breach of Peace is the cover. That's Daniel Green's book. Yes.
Correct. Lots of correct.
That was actually the one I was going to pick next, even before Daniel showed up. I'm going to describe this one. It's another one of these. Well, is it cheating to even?
Yes.
Is it cheating to be like, oh, this is going to be similar based on the rules that we've done?
Code name rules. You can't like give any clues like, hey, it's going to be tricky or it's going to be easy.
Daniel said his own book is bad. I would agree, but he paid me to review it positively, so I can't. But he only paid me for the one video. Instantaneous. X Factor is fine. Like the one show? Okay, I'm describing another book cover. This one is a boat on the water that is on fire, and it looks like it's in like a what is Victorian the right word for that kind of city? Like the city in Bloodborne, kind of, but it's in the water and the boat's on fire and the sky is smoky. There we go. Red seas under red skies. Daniel got that one. P is next. Let's do one more, and then we will do an announcement. We'll talk about an announcement. What is that? Red seas under red skies. Well, thank you, Dakota. Are you using your phone? I was very curious about that.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was using just looking at books that I've read recently. That way, people will be semi-familiar with the books I'm talking about. Maybe that's a little bit too easy. I want you to describe this one though. Here's the next book cover.
Okay. Oh. Okay, hold on. What am I looking at here? It looks like a person inside of a tower. Like stuck inside of a tower, I guess. Like he's huge. Oh, I know what this is. I think I know what this is. The man is red and the tower is gray. And he looks like he's trying to bust. Somebody got it. Trying to bust out. Wait, where did I see that? Oh, okay. There we go.
Senlin Ascends is the correct answer. The book that I finished yesterday. I finished this yesterday.
I didn't hear that you finished.
Senlin Ascends, Jolly Green Giant. I think she did say that the person was red, but I like that.
I did say that.
Ryan also, I think, is about to finish this book. Jack the Giant Killer. Was that a good movie?
Really interesting. Based on what you've told me.
Senlin Ascends is wild. It's
kind of crazy.
It's unlike I was just talking about this earlier. Thank you for stopping by, Daniel. I was just talking about this earlier. Senlin Ascends is the type of book that just doesn't give a crap about following normal rules, and so it's very episodic and it's weird and it's quirky, but not like in a cute, annoying way. It's quirky in a fun way.
Okay.
Did I like it? I did. I gave it 4 stars. I think in my review, which I have not edited yet, but I did film, I think I said something at the end along the lines of, this is the type of book that I can't recommend wholeheartedly. It would have to come with caveats because I think that there are things about this book that may turn people off. But I loved it. Let's see here. Thank you.
Shirt love.
So one of the main reasons that we decided to do this stream now was because we thought it would be fun to announce something which is only tangentially channel related because it's going to affect the channel, but it's not directly necessarily affiliated with the channel. Can you stand up?
Oh, shoot.
Stand back or stand on a chair. Do you notice anything that may be going on right here?
Right here.
Yes, Eric called it. Eric is also a parent. And I was wondering at what point he sent that. Like at what point in my description did he figure that out? Amanda and I are expecting our 4th child. And we found out yesterday that it is going to be, you nailed it, Eric, that it is going to be a little boy. And so we will have girl, boy. And it's going to be crazy. But we are very excited.
Yeah,
and we are happy to be able to share the news. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Yay.
Thank you.
Congrats. Let's see. I'm trying to get through everybody.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Jai. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Christy's excited.
Yay.
We are excited. The baby is due August
4th.
August 4th. I can't remember the due date. I just remembered it was August.
Yeah.
Which is so soon. And I don't know what it's.
We're nearly halfway. I'll be 20 weeks tomorrow.
I know
so-
that when Tessa was born, booktube wise, I think I only took like 3 weeks off.
Yeah, but you were kind of like in limbo for a while.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, I'm going to be gone
Yeah.
at some point.
And so I don't know what it will do for the channel around that time. I'll try not to can I teach you to call me Brandon Sanderson? I should have worn my stupid Sue jacket thing.
Oh yeah.
That my Brandon cosplay. Is it anathem or anathema? I always think anathema.
Yeah.
But I think that he said it was pronounced anathema.
Anathem?
Anathema. Live stream birth. A live stream births are the types of things that Amanda is like into. She really likes watching birth stories and stuff. That's not necessarily my thing as much. That was what that was. Getting some pre-recording now. I am the worst about pre-recording. Here's the dumb thing that I do on my channel, which is I mostly do it's Anathem. I mostly do book reviews, which don't necessarily perform that well. I mostly do book reviews, which requires me to read a book to be able to talk about them. So I have a hard time making a lot of videos ahead of time because almost all of the videos that I make require me to read a book.
Well, you also don't really like planning ahead.
One of us is a planner. And one of us
I'll be like, hey, we've got something going on in like a month. Maybe get ahead a little bit. And he's like, I've got time.
Actually, what we've been doing lately with if you notice any holes in my videos, it's because some event will take place and I know that I won't be able to do videos for it. So I will pre-plan at the last moment. I'll pre-film some videos to get ready for it. And then I'll post those videos while I am not able to record more videos. But then because of the event itself, I take a week off after the event. So it ends up actually still missing stuff. I'm very bad with stuff. Anthem with 2 extra A's. Anathem. Okay. Do Leslie's tag. I could do Leslie's tag.
That?
I watched
I like tag videos.
Codex Cantina, I believe, created the tag for Leslie for her birthday.
Sounds fun. Got some excited grandparents here.
My mom is happy to be a grandparent again. Flexibility is a virtue. That's what I try to tell Amanda. I'm just very flexible. Well, I like running by the seat of my pants is the way that some people might say. Or I'm a procrastinator. Some people might say.
Maybe.
If I do an Anathem review, I'll continue my trend of reviews that don't do well. Recommend more Scooby books. Yeah, that's my whole thing. Where I'm starting to want to read more of these self-published books. Also, I just talked about the Drizzt series, and I kind of want to read some more Drizzt books. But oh, here we go. I want to read some more Drizzt books, but those don't do well either. Procrastination Club. Heck yeah. Do you want to do another book cover?
You can do that one.
I will do this one. All right.
Fun.
I'm going to be describing another book cover to fill some more time here. This one is a fantasy book cover with 5 male people on the front. Thank you for stopping in, Eric. This is a fantasy book cover with 5 male people on the front. The person in the front is mostly holding a shield. This also looks like...
hey, check that out. Sorry, distracted.
This mostly looks like... the art from...
Hey, she got it.
Oh, thank you. Try. Chris was close. That's the sequel. I think I said male figures. Yeah, it's Kings of the Wild. I was going to say, this looks like the art from... Going back to video games. Guild Wars 2. Like, I think the art from Kings of the Wild looks a lot like the art from Guild Wars 2. Not the game itself, but the marketing stuff. Yeah, Kings of the Wild. But hold on, we have to go back to this. Just bought AG Riddle based on a recommendation. That is awesome. Please tell me your thoughts as you read it. Did you buy the Long Winter trilogy or Pandemic? Thank you.
And Pines was great too.
The Pines trilogy. Every time I find out that someone read the Pines trilogy, an angel gets their wings or something, because I think I said this in the video. Like, Pines was the book that got me to start my booktube channel eventually.
Yeah.
It, like, reminded me that I love fiction.
It's what pulled me back into reading.
And you loved it.
It's so good.
You listened to the audiobooks in 24 hours, the same that I did with the regular books.
I listened to it real fast. I don't normally let my kids watch a ton of TV, and I was like, hey guys, do you want to watch like 3 movies today? Because
you have to know what happens.
I gotta know what happens.
It's so
It wasn't a very involved mother that week. It was so good.
Oh man. You read Pandemic too, right?
I did.
You didn't read Genome.
No.
Oh, nice. Pandemic and the Long Winter trilogy.
Nice.
The Long Winter one, I think, is it. I guess both of those stories really, really go places. What do you listen to your audiobooks at?
Me?
Yeah.
Usually 1.5.
Okay. You're not like my crazy brother who listens at 2.3.
No, I think
I have friends here that do more than that.
He's nuts. Your brother and your dad both listen to it super fast.
I bought a griddle based on your Rex. Do you have a recommended griddle that you would use?
I don't.
What is a griddle? Is that what you make French toast on?
Yeah.
The flat one?
The flat one.
If I was to go, I think I listen at 1.4 or 1.5, depending on the book and the narrator.
Yeah.
I can't do any faster, ever. 1.75? I can't do 1.75. It starts to get too crazy. All right, I'm going to make you describe another book.
Okay. I did that one.
And then we're going to have to... We've been almost going an hour, which is about what I thought. So we'll end this soon. Let's see. I was going to have a list of books for you to pick from, and then I lost the place.
What happened to that list that you had up?
We've finished all of them.
Oh.
Or most of them. Let's see here. How about you just tell me when to stop over here. We got basically a list of books.
Here we go. Okay, wait, hang on. You're going. I don't know. Just pick one.
Okay.
They're so tiny I can hardly see.
You're going to describe this one.
Okay. So there are 2 men on this cover. One has a gun. The other one are those goggles around his neck? Looks like. I can't tell where they are. This one's hard. The guy in the back is wearing a hat. I don't know.
Here's a hit.
Help me out.
The guy in the front
Help me
looks
out
like Tom Cruise.
Oh, he kind of does, actually.
That's a
Yeah.
joke. That's a joke that goes around sometimes. There we go.
Yay.
Alloy of Law. That is correct.
Awesome.
There was something I wanted to... Is that the Wayward Pines trilogy? That's the one that we were talking about. Yes, Amanda
Really
and I
good.
both really loved it.
Really, really
Thank you for stopping by, Lynn. Sleep well.
Good night.
I hope that you did not stay up just for this. Wax and Wane, that is correct. Alloy of Law is the name of it.
Is that?
Sounds steampunk, one of Era 2, correct. Alloy of Law, correct. Rich, for somebody that couldn't really stick around, thank you for sticking around. And got 2 minutes left. We're going to do one more book. I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's see here. I want it to be a fun one.
You have a lot of options here.
How about this one? I think that based on who is in the chat, we should be able to get this one.
Okay.
All right. This book cover is This book cover is looking down at a large city. We are looking at what appears to be a spiked cage that's hanging from a rope or something, and there are a lot of what kind of look like corpses in black robes floating. But the primary center of this piece is a girl that's standing on that spiked cage thing, wearing a purple dress with a white shirt, blouse. Is that the word? It looks like Rich is correct. It is the hero. It was one of the Hero of Ages covers.
Nice. Are there multiple covers?
Yeah, there's lots of covers of these books. They've been around a while. Mistborn, correct. It's Mistborn book 3. I had to look at the cover because it says book 3 of Mistborn. Forgot about this because of Before They Are Hanged. What about Before They Are Hanged? Was there like a live reading or something going on? Or were you just reading the book and you got distracted? The UK covers are different. That is a little cheap. The UK covers for all of the Cosmere books have a similar theme. Have you seen those?
Mm-mm.
They're like white. All of them are
Oh, wait.
white with minimalist art, and they all kind of
Maybe
go
you
together.
did show. I think you showed me.
Yeah,
I like them better.
I like some of them better. I don't like the way of or the Stormlight Archive ones better. All right, we have been now going for Miss Martin Story Covers 1 hour and 1 minute. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for listening to this random time. Thank you for hanging out. This has been really fun. I honestly, if you guys like this would be fun to do more often. I especially like when I can do like booktube related activities with you, so I don't feel like I'm spending time apart from you. And so this was really fun. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you for making this so fun. Thank you for chatting with me, not just in the live stream, but in the comments and in the Discord. Like I found out that I was an extrovert because of this channel, and I'm like constantly excited to have conversations with all of you. Like it's become a normal part of my social experience. It's like the first time I've ever had a friend group larger than 2. And it's so fun. Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you. That would be fun. And also, I mean, it'd be fun to have more people on. Let's see. More love streams. It is kind of like a love stream.
Love streams.
Yeah.
That's great.
Next month at 10K. Well, I definitely don't want to put a specific number in the live stream celebration again, because then I will lose those subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. I have another video. I don't remember which one it is, coming out the end of the week. Real quick, I almost at the beginning of the video for this video that I posted today, I almost put in a little clue saying people should try to comment what songs that I was singing at the beginning if they could know the titles.
Oh.
But I didn't know if that would be a fun game or not. Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up. I meant to say that earlier in the stream, but I got distracted by random video game talk. So Michelle says, more chats, more babies. Thank you guys. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.